Hello students, I hope all of you are fine. So today we are going to start our 11th chapter and we will talk about the great national leaders of our country. As we already know that India was under British rule for nearly about 200 years. So many people sacrificed their lives to gain freedom. Today we are living in an independent country and it was made possible by our great leaders who fought for the freedom by hook or by crook. So, we will now learn about some of those great leaders. Okay? So, we will at the beginning talk about Rani Lakshmi Bai, such a unique name who has always been remembered by every nationalist for her bravery and intelligence. She was born in Kashi, Varanasi, and her nickname is Manu. From her early age only, she stood against any type of exploitation. She was married to Gangadhar Rao, the king of Jhansi. She gave birth to a child named as Damodar Rao. But unfortunately, the child died. So they adopted a boy as the heir to the throne of Jhansi. But the problem began when Lord Dalhousie came with a new policy known as Doctrine of Lapse. What is this policy? This policy did not recognize any adopted sons as heirs to the throne. So, by using this policy, the British Empire tried to annex their kingdom. And so, they also tried to annex Jhansi. But Rani Lakshmi Bai was totally against this unfairness of the Britishers. So, she decided to fight against the British army. She did not surrender, but she did fight. And the fort of Jhansi was surrounded by British army. But she, with her bravery and intelligence, escaped from the fort along with Tatia Topi and Nana Sahib. She was martyred in this fight, but with her bravery, she has always proved herself as a glorious example of patriotism in the history of India. Now, we will talk about one of the early leaders of freedom movement in our country, no other than Gopal Krishna Gokhale. So he was born on 9th May 1866 in Maharashtra and he belonged to a very poor family, but the poverty could not stop him and he received university education. So he is one of the few leaders who took university education in that time. And he became a professor of history in Ferguson College and he dedicated his whole life for the nation's welfare. So he established the Servants of India Society in 1905 to work against the social evils. He also became the president of Indian National Congress in the year of 1905. So he was the mentor of Gandhiji also, and Mahatma Gandhi was deeply influenced. So Mahatma Gandhi used to call him his political guru, and he even wrote a book on the life of Gopal Krishna Gokhale and he titled the book as Gokhale, My Political Guru. Now students, we will learn something about some other national leaders and Bal Gangadhar Tilak is one of them, a great freedom fighter, and he was the first one to demand for Swaraj. Swaraj, that is self-rule. So he declared Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. This great leader was born in 1856 in Maharashtra. So, as we know that education is wisdom, so he tried to educate our citizens. So, therefore, he started the Deccan Educational Society to improve the quality of education among Indian students. He started his career as a teacher of English and mathematics. He also started Kesari, a Marathi newspaper, and Maharashtra, a newspaper in English. His views on freedom movements were supported by many other leaders such as Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, and the three came to be known as Lal Bal Pal. Okay, so he was arrested in the year of 1908 for supporting Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki. So I think you know about Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki. Actually, Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki attempted to assassinate a district magistrate of that time. Okay, so in the year of 1916, after coming out from jail in the year of 1914, in 1916 he started All India Home Rule League along with Annie Besant. So this great personality I would say, was admired by everyone, and therefore he was also called as Lokomanya. Okay, Lokomanya. So this great personality died in the year of 1920. Now, as you can see, Mahatma Gandhi, the most prominent figure in the history of Indian national movement, was born on 2nd October 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. So this day we celebrate as Gandhi Jayanti. Okay, and we also celebrate as national holiday. I think you know this. So he was born in the year of 1869. So he is fondly remembered as Bapu or Mahatma. He is also known as Father of the Nation. So he started his career by practicing as a lawyer in South Africa, but he was deeply touched to see the discrimination on the basis of skin color, and he himself faced this discrimination when he was thrown out of a train just because of his skin color. So when he came back to India, he started participating in freedom movements. He called people to follow Satyagraha. Satyagraha, that is a policy of truth and non-violence. So I think you know this, that Gandhiji was followed because he is the person who fought with no violence. Okay, because whenever we hear the word fighting, the word that comes first in our mind is violence, but he fought, even freed the country with no violence. Okay, so he launched many other like non-cooperation, then civil disobedience and quit India movements. So the most important thing about him is that all these movements were of no violence. So such a great personality who fought the most powerful British crown simply with non-violence also achieved freedom on 15 August 1947. Students, now we will talk about such a great personality, great freedom fighter who has always influenced the mass with his slogans, inspiring slogans. Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay? So this great personality is remembered for his nationalistic temperament. He left home just to fight against the British Army and to bring freedom for us. So he took leadership of the Azad Hind Fauj or Indian National Army that was formed in the year of 1942. The very popular slogan, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom," was given by no other than our Subhash Chandra Bose. He added, "Freedom is not given, it is taken." So you can see that Subhash Chandra Bose has a different opinion about freedom movement from Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so he said, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom." He also added, "Freedom is not given, it is taken." So he planned a march towards Delhi and gave the slogan Delhi Chalo in the year of 1945. He was honored with the title of Netaji for his well-organized policies against British, and he was also succeeded in many attempts. So it is said that Netaji died in a plane crash in the year of 1945. Though, students, you must know this, though based on some reports, it is also believed that he was seen many times at different places even after the plane crash. So, this is a mystery, and the mystery has not yet been resolved as there is no such evidence to prove that Netaji died in that plane crash. So, this is still a mystery. So I hope students you have understood the chapter and you have enjoyed listening about the great personalities of Indian freedom movement. So this is for it. I will come with a new video in about our next chapter. So stay safe. Bye bye.